All right, everybody, thanks for watching the recording. Stu is the only one who decided to show up for the team call, so that's good. That is actually a great segue into what I'm going to talk about tonight, because there are a lot of people who are checked out right now, and that might be you, and you might not like what I'm going to say to you, but this is what's going on. So I have been talking for a couple weeks about how our business is seasonal, and this is the slow season. And I did that for a couple of reasons. One was so that you would understand our business. That's the most important thing, is that you're not baffled as to what's going on right now. It's real clear to me what's happening right now. I've seen this happen, again, for years. Halloween to Thanksgiving, tough time. We have people right now who are in elite qualifications, and they're trying to make magic happen in November, and that can be really tough. But guess what? They're making it happen. Okay? I told it to you for a couple of reasons. The first one was really so that you would understand it, so that moving forward, when we have these lulls, you don't start to think there's something wrong with Beachbody. This doesn't work. It doesn't work. You have to start thinking outside the box. You have to start seeing the bigger picture of what's going on, and how when you're a marketer, you fit into a larger scheme of life and commerce and the economy. And when things happen that are outside of our control, they can sometimes adversely affect our business and sometimes help our business. For example, when the economy goes into the toilet, sometimes that helps our business, believe it or not. That sounds really weird. You'd think people have less discretionary income for stuff like Shakeology, but sometimes people are out of work and they're looking for jobs and they're hungry and they need to feed their families, and they go and they will bust their ass in times when the economy's down. That's what happened to me. When Lehman Brothers tanked in 2008, I looked around and said, crap, I don't have a backup plan except for Beachbody. And it did. And I got to work building my business like a maniac, so that when the inevitable happened, which is that I got fired, I would have some security in my life. Okay, so that's the first reason I told you. I'm gonna have a little tea here. I have been on the phone all day, so my voice is really fading. I don't know how long this call is gonna last, but so that's kind of the first thing, is so that you would understand our business and be able to kind of think what's happening around me. How can I either explain a lull or a slow time, or take advantage of a strong time? The strong times are easy. I mean, it's pretty obvious. We're gonna have a big product release coming up December 2nd for Insanity Max 30. I'm super excited about that. Being around this thing since really pretty much the beginning, but really since early 2009. That summit in 2009 where they released Shakeology and Insanity is when our business changed in a very, very, very fundamental way. And it was just a game changer, literally a game changer. We've had some big product releases since then. T25 was huge. T25 was crazy big. P90X3 was good. 21 Day Fix blew everybody away. That was a crazy release that no one saw coming, and that turned out to be a huge, huge win for everybody. It was crazy. Pio was pretty good. This Insanity Max 30, I think, will blow them all away. I might be wrong about that. I could be completely misreading the community of people who loves our stuff, but I really don't think that I am. I really think I have a very good read on them from all the years that I've been doing this. I knew T25 would be huge. 21 Day Fix caught me off guard. Autumn was new, and the containers, and who knew. But I really feel like this one is going to be that home run where we walk away and it's going to be, wow, that was a crazy December. Look at what happened. Isn't that unbelievable? So the other reason that I told you about what I told you was so that you would be able to be smart during this time period. You would be able to, what I told you to do, if you remember a couple weeks ago, I told you to prepare. I told you that, and I've been telling, if you watch my stuff, and I hope you do, I've been telling people this for a couple of weeks. When opportunity knocks, it's too late to prepare. If you listen to the call I did for Greg Plaskett last week, that was the whole theme. I didn't tell you this so that you could, somehow be, have a license to, be inactive or go, and stop working your business. That's not why I told you that. I told you that so you could work smarter, not harder. And you wouldn't be pounding your head against the wall all month trying to make Success Club 10 or get to 15 or, have huge sales. That you would, secure Success Club for yourself and then turn and look at your business and figure out, what can I go work on now? Interesting who is doing that and who is not. Very interesting. And I watch all this stuff, believe me. I pay keen attention. I see all the numbers and I see the activity. I see who's reaching out to me for help. I see who isn't. It's really obvious to me who's doing what, okay? Like, as I said earlier, we have people who are in elite qualifications right now, or premier qualifications, which is basically elite is 5-star diamond and premier is 2-star diamond. Huge benchmark in your business. If you can get to 2-star diamond and open a second business, that's a huge benchmark in your business. There are people who are chasing after it. I talked to Jen Thatcher just today. Why? Because she's close and she wants to make it, but she's got to have a big fourth quarter, or a big December rather, and she's got to finish November. She's not done with November yet. And then December's got to deliver. And Sanity Max 30 and Christmas have got to deliver for her. And they got to deliver for me too. And for a bunch of other people who are out there who are the leaders on your team. We've got people right now who have used this time, this little lull in activity, or T for me, to put structures in place. Some people have created training systems for their teams. Some people have taken the What is Coaching group concept and built their own What is Coaching group. They don't want to have all the videos be me. They want to be in some of the videos. They want to have people on their team featured. That's the same concept, but guess what? They just went and did it right now because they have some time. They got Success Club done, and then they started focusing on something else. Okay, people in here, I don't know if I mentioned email earlier, but people who are developing email lead collector systems that don't work right now. They don't work. They work like shit right now. I know. I'm working with these people. They talk to me all the time, and I know their frustration. I get it. Mine doesn't work either. Guess why? Because it's the period between Halloween and Thanksgiving. That's just people are focused on stuff in their face right now. Okay? But the people that I'm talking about who have kept building their business, preparing, are the ones who are positioned to be prepared when opportunity knocks. Because it's coming. It's coming. Those people who have those email autoresponders that offer free, either maybe it's a free meal plan, maybe it's getting into a What is Coaching group, maybe it's getting into a 5-day free clean eating plan, maybe it's something else that they've thought of that is their brand. That crap might not work. Crap, I shouldn't say crap. That stuff, those systems don't work right now. But guess when they're gonna work? December 2nd, when everybody starts buying Insanity and thinking about, maybe I should stop stuffing my face with crap, and maybe I should start getting on the floor and getting sweaty and changing what I eat. Then guess when they're gonna work really good? In January, when the whole world, not just a few people who decide to buy Insanity or who are loyal customers and are just a little, they just fell a little bit off the wagon. In January, when the whole world shifts from stuffing their face to working out and health and fitness and exercise, those people will be ready. And some of those coaches will be elite and premier coaches, positioning their businesses for years. Years. If you can get to elite and premier, it sets your business up for years. We haven't built my business for a couple of years because there hasn't been a real strong impetus to do so, okay? It's made much more sense for us to build Monica's business. So I sponsor coaches in her business because that's what's smart. That's what keeps the paychecks coming in the door, and they all go into the same corporate bank account. So I'm happy to do it. This year we decided to build my business. I will go elite this year unless there is some disaster that happens. But I should end the year as a 5-star coach, an elite coach with leaders in my organization, not coaches, leaders in my organization. For the next couple of years is what I did this year. I stuffed my organization with people who are leaders in the future. So that way, next year, when we have the same little lull in activity, guess what I'll be doing? First, I'll be making Success Club. And then once that's done, I'll be doing the same thing I've been doing this year, which is either helping those people get better or creating some crazy new system for them based on whatever marketing tactics work at the time. Okay? What I'm seeing on a ridiculous level, to be completely honest, just a ridiculous level, is people checked out. Just checked out. I get it. I know. It's an easy time of year to check out because there's no business beating on your door. You're going to have to go beat on other people's door this time of year. It's your choice. It's your choice. I talk to people all the time, and they tell me that they want to build this huge business, that they want to be a 6 or 7 figure earning coach. People who earn high 6, 7 figures a year don't take November off. Now, maybe you say, well, oh, okay, yeah, well, once I'm earning 6 figures a year or, 7 figures a year, then I'll work in November. That's not how our business works. This is not corporate America where somebody says, hey, we'll pay you this money and then you go do this work. And then we'll see if you do a good enough job, and if you don't, we'll fire you and we'll get somebody else. That's not how this works. This works like you go to the work. You go pay the prices. You show up in November when it's not convenient and it's not easy. You focus on building systems. You help build a team above you. Then you get paid. That's how this business works. You've got to pay your dues on this side of things before you get paid. It's just that simple. You can try and make it otherwise. You can try and rationalize it. I'm just telling you, as a guy who does make that kind of money, I don't take November off. I can't afford to, frankly, and I never have. Even when I did figure out, like 3 or 4 years ago, when I figured out this was the dead zone, I was either going to personal development seminars at this time of year, which I did this year. I was working on structures for my own business, getting a website set up. I thought on Thanksgiving, one year on Thanksgiving, we went out to Palm Springs to go visit Monica's parents, and I came up on the way, I was listening to an audiobook on the ride, and I came up with an amazing idea. And by the end of that weekend, I was done with it. It was published, a whole new website, new brand for me. And then it never ended up going anywhere, okay? Because I didn't put my dues in. If I had stuck with it, it probably would have been a cool concept. It was a cycling website called Lion in the Desert. And when we moved to the beach, it didn't make any sense anymore, and I didn't ride as much as I used to in Scottsdale. So I gave up on it. I let it go. The point is, I had an idea, and I put it into motion right then. I didn't sit and say, yeah, you know what I'll do? I'm going to wait until January, because in January, everybody is going to want to eat this content. This is great. So I will just have another plate of turkey and some mashed potatoes and some gravy, and then I'll get to it in January. That is not what I did, because I acknowledged I won't have time in January. There is no time to do that stuff in January, because in January, you do have people beating down your door like the Walking Dead zombies beat down doors. That's what January is like in our business. If you work now and you're ready when that happens. If they're beating down the door and you think they're zombies instead of customers, you're going to not be able to handle them. But if you recognize that these are customers and you have structures in place, whether it's an email collector, some great social media strategy, your brand, who you are, an understanding of who your customers are, who you're looking for, where you're looking for them, how you're going to connect with people, how you're going to help your coaches get better, how you're going to build your business. If you don't have that stuff in place, in January, it looks like blah, because you're just beat down with it. And what can you do? You can make Success Club like a demon. You can make Success Club like a demon in January. Great. Great. You and, a majority of the network will make Success Club in January. Great. Great. If that's what you want as a business that makes Success Club a few times a year, then only work in January. That's a great time to do it. great time to go build this business. Or if what you want to do is you have some big goals with this business, and maybe you want some financial freedom with this business, or maybe you want, to get out of debt, or you want to take a vacation with your family. Maybe you want to qualify for the Success Club trip. Maybe you want a new car. Maybe, I don't know what you want. Maybe you want a new dog. I don't know. Maybe you want to live in a house that has a home office. I don't know what it is you want. But if you have some big, crazy dreams in this business, you can't take November off. Because this is when you do this work. This is when you pay your dues. Now is when it's hard. That's what gets rewarded over here. Think about life. What do you know? You've probably heard the same. Anything worth having is worth working for. Anything worth having is worth working for. If you want something over here that's over here, rather, on the compensation side that's worth working for, you've got to work. You've got to put in the time. Okay? The other thing I wanted to say about this is going back to the people who are going for Elite and Premier. All right? We have people who are trying to qualify for Elite and Premier right now. Okay? They're going, and I'm one of them, going into qualifications either this Thursday or the deadline is next Thursday to get in 2-star qualifications for Premier, 5-star qualifications for Elite. You need 125 points. If you're near that and you're in quals, please get in touch with me. I want to work with you. I want to help you. I want you to go Premier. Here's why. It will blow up your business. Blow it up. Because you set yourself up with leaders for growth for the future. That's what I did this year. Here's what I'm going to say to you. If you're not going for Premier or Elite and you're just a coach and you're just trying to figure it out and you're trying to work your way through this thing. Sorry, I'm going to lose my voice, so I'm going to have to stop soon. Help your upline people go Premier. Help them. Help them. Whatever that means. Maybe it means you sponsor another coach. Maybe it means you help an inactive coach activate by calling them up, seeing how they're doing, and maybe they want to re-engage. Maybe they don't know about Insanity Max 30. I actually talked to somebody the other day who didn't know about it. Really? That's coming out? No way. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be huge. Help your people qualify for Elite and Premier if you can. Why? Because you put the work in over here, and then you get paid over here. And someday, you might be that person who's trying to qualify for Elite and Premier. And I'm just going to tell you that the way life works is if you want something, you got to do that thing. There's no something for nothing. You do the work first, and then you get the reward. If you want to be in a couple of years, or maybe next year, I don't know where you're at right now, but if you think at some time in the future, you're going to be busting your ass this time of year trying to get to Premier or Elite status, and you want to have some help from the people on your team, wouldn't that be great if the people on your team came to you as their leader and said, you know what? This Premier and Elite thing, we can see that's really important to you. We can also see that if your business does well, you're going to start putting more coaches under us. So that helps our business grow. So what can we do to help you get to Premier? If you think you want to be that person in a couple of years, you need to go be that person right now. Okay? You need to get in touch with you. If your sponsoring coach hasn't been in touch with you, that's a bit of a mistake, if I'm honest. But if they have been and maybe you've been resistant to it, go to your coach and tell them, what can I do to help you? Maybe you're close to Diamond. Maybe you can rank up. Maybe you've got a couple coaches that could activate and you would rank up. Maybe your Diamond is really sketchy, and sponsoring one more coach would solidify that. And that's what's going to put your coach over the edge. We had 60 people here a couple of weeks ago. We had 60 people here who came here for our Diamond retreat. We put that on. We footed the whole bill for it. And we did it because for years people have done stuff like that for us. And when we've said, hey, we got some big goals here, here's what you can do to help, they stepped up and they helped us. And guess what? It comes right back around. Everything in this business does. So if you're going for Premier or Elite and you need to talk to somebody and you want to make sure you understand the qualifications, get a hold of me. I am happy to sit down and talk to you. Like I said, I talked to Jen Thatcher just today, just to make sure she had it. and she pretty much did. But, I want to make sure, because I want her making Premier. She's not my personally sponsored coach. I don't have any personally vested interest in her. Just helps our team grow. And it's kick-ass. And I like people who do kick-ass things. That's who I want to work with, is people who are aspiring to greatness. If you want to be that person, you want your team to grow like that, you've got to put in the work now. You've got to take charge of it. You've got to go to whoever it is that is your coach and say, I know you're going for this. Can I help you? What can I do to help you? How can I make this easier for you? If you want other people to do that for you, you got to do it first for somebody else. That's just how it works. Again, it's not, we'll pay you this money and then you go do this work. And if we like your work, we'll keep you and keep paying you, or we'll just fire you if we don't like you. It's the other way around. It's you go do the work and then you get paid. If you want people who are going to go do the work, you got to go do the work. That's just how it is. I don't ask people to do anything that I haven't done. I've done all of this stuff. Everything I talk to you guys about. If I was sitting back on the beach right now, sipping margaritas, wherever in some tropical place, then it would be one thing for you guys to go, yeah, well, screw it. We're checking out. Dave's out. I'm out. Why bother? But I don't do that. I don't do that. This time of year, I'm doing the reset right now. It's day 16 of the ultimate reset right now. Why? Because I don't want to be falling into the trap of stuffing my face with junk and gaining 10 pounds. And then I'm in January. I'm like, man, I got to lose this 10 pounds, but I got ski trips planned and I'm, going to be with the guys and I'm going to, no, I'll do it now. I'll do it now because we don't take time off. If you want to have that kind of a business, this is the mentality that you need. This is not an excuse to not work. The fact that it's hard. And is it hard? Yeah, it's hard. Here we are. If you want somebody to tell you it's hard, it's hard. There you go. You can either take that information and you can make it a big excuse not to do anything, or to, forget about the 3 vital behaviors. Don't do any personal development. Don't invite anybody. And for God's sake, don't take care of yourself and be proof the product works. If that's what I'm handing you right now is a big excuse, that you can take it and run with it. What I'm telling you is it's hard right now, and that's why you got to do it. That's why you got to do it, because if you can do it now, you can do it anytime. I talked to another coach today who has 8 Success Club points this month. She's a Success Club point machine, new diamond, Lisa Yoon. And she said, what else should I do? And I said, nothing. Because if you can get 8 Success Club points this month and push to 10, frankly, because she's not going to settle for 5, when January comes around, you're going to have 20. You're going to have 30. Easy. Easy. If you can do it now, you can do it anytime. That's how I know she's going to be a leader in my business. Because now when it's hard, she's still doing it. And she's doing the same thing she was doing before. Less people are saying yes. She just talks to more people. I don't know if any of this stuff resonates with you guys or not, but that's really what I had to say to you guys tonight is, really, this is a time of year where you can just check out. And I'm asking you not to. I've told you what to expect at the beginning of the month. I had a couple of weeks to get moving and stop, get rid of the Halloween candy and get to work and put some stuff in play. Get Success Club locked up. If that's all you come out of this month with Success Club, and even especially if you're a relatively new coach, I know for those of you guys who this is like your first Halloween to Thanksgiving, you're probably thinking this Dave guy is a complete jerk. I'm really not. For those of you who are new, I just am concerned about the team, and I'm concerned when I see people checking out. That's not what I told you guys to do. I did not tell you guys to check out. I told you it would be hard. I told you it would be hard. I told you it was a great time to focus on yourself. I told you it was a good time to go look in the mirror and figure out if there's something here you needed to work on, then you get to work on it. I took a look at the mirror and I was 10 pounds heavier than I should be or want to be. And I felt like crap and I was sleeping horribly. That is no way to go into the busiest time of the year. Fat, overweight, drinking too much, and not getting any sleep. It's a ridiculous way to try and capitalize on the busiest time of year. So I took a look here and I did the reset. That might not be your thing. We got a lot of super fit people on our team, and I applaud each and every one of you guys. I'm a mildly fit person. I feel fantastic today, by the way. It's like, what is it, 6 p.m. over here. I got up at 5:45. I've been charging all day. No coffee, little herbal tea. Maybe that's what you got to work on. Proof the product works. Maybe that's your thing right now. Okay. Charge it. Take it on now. Start after the call. Maybe it's invitations. Maybe that's where you're falling off. That second vital behavior, maybe you're not sending out the invites that you need to be sending out. Do it. It's not over. This month is not over. Time to reach out and touch some people and send some personal invites to them, okay? Marketing is probably not going to work right now because you're competing with multi-million-dollar companies who are trying to tempt people with food and alcohol right now. And they are going to win that battle. Right now, they're going to win that battle. In January, we're going to win that battle. Right now, they are winning that battle. They have more money, more resources, and the collective consciousness of society on their side. It's hard. Maybe you just need to get out there and invite some more people. You know, Lisa, who I talked to earlier, she's like, I talk to 10 people a day. That's it. 10 people. I invite 10 people a day, and I just take, my job is to invite 10 people. Their job is to answer the question. Less people are saying yes than normal, but I just keep inviting people. Great. Not what she needs to work on. Okay? It might be what you need to work on. Third one, personal development. I have been listening. This is my book where I take notes. I'll show you. I actually got, these are really nice, by the way. If you ever come across these, like Team Beachbody leather bound book or whatever, this pleather thing, I don't know. These are really nice though. If you ever see these, grab one. I have a couple of them and I love them. Let's see. Let's see. When did I go? Where did I go to Bo Eason? Here's Bo and end of Bo. These are my notes for the last 2 weeks. Those are my notes. Why? Because I have time right now. I have time to think about stuff. I have time to read a book. I have time to listen to some audio. You know, I listen to audio while I work out. I come back in here. I got an idea, and I go scribble 3 or 4 pages worth of notes in my book for something that probably won't work right now. There's some great ideas in there. They're not gonna work right now. I'm getting ready so that when it is time for all this stuff to hit, I am prepared, because when opportunity knocks, it's just too late. You know, it's too late to prepare. So now is the time. Focus on Success Club. First thing. Don't give up on Success Club because it's hard. Okay? Go out there, get Success Club. Second, help your team. Help your team. I'm telling you right now, if you want somebody to help you in the future reach your goals, you have to help somebody else reach theirs. It's probably somebody above you. And we always think of this business in terms of, you know, it's the sponsored coach doing stuff for the people in the downline. And believe me, it works like that on a massive level. You can never get away from that. You always have to remember to take care of your people. But at some point, your people have to help you too. And there's a little bit of a two-way street that goes there. And if you want people to do that for you in the future, reach out to help your sponsor get a lead in Premier if they've got that goal. Okay, help them. And then finally, now's the time. Take a look, mirror, wherever you got to go, whatever you got to figure out, whatever process you need to put in place. Now is the time to do it, because I'm telling you, I have seen this over and over and over again. On December 2nd, when Insanity Max 30 goes on sale, you will not have time, because you will be beating people away. And you'll wonder, man, I wish I'd gotten to that when I had time. Guess when you'll have time? Next October, next November. You really want to wait that long to get something in place that could blow your business up next year? Maybe put you in that premier or elite category? I don't know. I don't, which is why I work in November. So that is the end of the team call for tonight. I hope that you have found all that helpful, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic November. I hope that, you know, you guys that are charging hard, keep charging, man. You know, it's hard now. It's hard. You get paid later. That's how it works. Do the work now, get paid later. Very, very simple, but very, very true. That's how this deal works. And I just want to encourage you guys who are doing that keep working hard. And, you know, if you are going for Premier Elite and you're close, get in touch with me. I'm happy to help if I can. Give you some strategies to work with your people and, you know, take it over the line. So there we go. That's it for tonight. Have a great night. We'll talk to you next week.